Hey, you. You're finally awake.
Let me start this by saying I'm not really the biggest YouTuber boxing fanatic. I don't know, it's just, to me, they kind of all feel like just big dick measuring competitions. So when they started happening a few years ago, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. In saying that though, I do kind of like some of the other matches we've had recently. I mean, Ludwig's chess boxing events last year, mwah, magnifique. And I'm sure one of the big events a lot of people get behind because of the charity aspect is the Creator Clash, which last year gave us such amazing events as the Odd Ones Out getting his ass handed to him. Poor James, he did try. So of course, with the second ever Creator Clash being announced for this year, everyone was excited. Until recently, where the Creator Clash team has found themselves in some very hot water because in many people's eyes, it feels like the team has excommunicated someone from the event without any reason. The creator in question is Froggy Fresh. Fresh was set to fight Chris Raygun in this upcoming Creator Clash, and as you can see, man has been training hard for 7+ months for this. I mean, Jesus Christ, give the man some respect for that bod. But of course, we're not here to drool over his body. We're here to see why exactly he got kicked out. Now, the reason he got kicked out is still kind of vague. The Creator Clash official Twitter released this statement yesterday, stating how there is going to be a change into the lineup, which, might I add, with only 3 weeks left. And the reason Fresh was dropped was because apparently of his recent behavior, which did not align with the mission of Creator Clash. So what is this recent behavior the tweet is referring to? Did he say something wrong? Did something from his past get dug up to be thrown in his face? Well, not exactly. Now, it does feel like a lot of this reason is still rather speculative for the main reason he got banned. However, people like to look at the fact that Fresh trained with a guy named Sam Hyde for about a week. Now, if you don't know, iDubbbz and Sam have a bit of a beef going on. They're not on very friendly terms to each other. They don't like each other. So of course, an event that is run by iDubbbz, having one of your competitors going to someone you don't like for training, probably not the greatest idea. I don't think that this would be the main reason. Like, sure, iDubbbz may not like the guy, but at the same time, we've all got different friends, right? I really don't think this would be a main reason to get him kicked off. Personally, I think probably the more accurate reason he got kicked off was because of a comment he made about Anicia, aka iDubbbz's fiance.
On April 15th, if I don't hurt you beyond what anybody could have imagined, then I will subscribe to Anicia's OnlyFans.
Now, call me crazy, but I really don't think this comment was meant to be taken in a bad or aggressive way. This quickly led to a back and forth on Twitter where Anicia's mum was shown to get quite aggressive towards Fresh, clearly showing that she was not happy with how he was talking about her daughter. It was soon after this back and forth that Fresh was officially told that he was no longer a part of the lineup and was completely dropped from Creator Clash 2. Now, in case you couldn't tell, a lot of people aren't happy about this. In fact, usually while I hate looking at his stuff, Keemstar put out a little poll seeing what people thought about this, and as you can see, most people thought that he should still be a part of the event. This was quickly backed up by a lot of other creators which came in, including Moist, Critical, and Gideon. Personally, I think one of the best tweets that I've seen that sums up the two sides of this argument is this one here. This one down here echoes why people are siding with Anicia and iDubbbz, which basically comes down to the fact that they think that Fresh's comments were unneeded and mean, with this top one here kind of echoing the rest of the internet, stating how they have lost a lot of respect for iDubbbz and Anicia, and that they believe that these two are bad people for kicking Fresh off without settling this in private. Now, looking at both sides, I would just want to let you know you are free to pick whatever side you want. End of the day, I think it really comes down to your own personal values and how you think it is best to deal with situations like this where people say things that may hurt your feelings. I can understand that maybe Fresh's comments did harm Anicia and other people around her. Again, I don't think he meant it in a harmful way. I think he just meant it as a fun little joke. But if this did offend Anicia, she has a right to voice her concern. However, I completely disagree that the best way to go about this was just banning him straight up. One, this is a charity event that's 3 weeks away. Fresh has clearly worked very, very hard for this, so I feel like banning him at this short notice, kind of a dog move. On the other side of this though, I do think it would have been better if they had discussed this with Fresh. Again, if Anicia is hurt by these words and the comments he made, that's completely fine. We can't judge her for that. But it is with situations like this that maybe it's just better to settle it privately in DMs, you know? Let them know why you're hurt and maybe ask them to just either make an apology or just not say anything like that again. It's that simple. Because as you can tell, just banning Fresh straight up from the event has led to a lot of backlash on these people. And even worse, a lot of backlash on what's meant to be a pretty great event. Again, this is a charity event. We should be excited for this. It just feels like such a waste to what could have been a truly great sequel to the original Creator Clash. But what do you think? Do you think iDubbbz and the Creator Clash team were right to get rid of Fresh? Or do you think, same as the rest of the internet, that he was hard done by? It absolutely sucks that this is going to be one of the main lasting legacies of the second content creator clash, but hopefully a good event can still be salvaged from this absolute mess. Anyways, I'm gonna end this video by saying, hey iDubbbz, if you do need someone to step in last minute, you know, like I could do it. I mean, I've watched both seasons of One Punch Man, both the good one and shit one, so send me in, coach.